We all have interests. Some are normal, some are a little bit odd, but sometimes on the internet, you come across people who take their interests to the absolute extreme, especially when it comes to anime. Anime people go way overboard. I used to live in Scottsdale, which has a pretty sizable car scene, especially around the talking stick area. You would always see like the Honda Civics and the FRSs and the BRZs just completely sticker bombed with like Hatsune Miku stickers and various other anime characters all over them. And while that could be seen as a bit much, it's fairly normal. But this guy that we're about to talk about today, he out-animes them by about 100x. Plenty of you guys requested me to watch this video here, and as I started watching it, for every second that went by, it just got so much worse. So I just had to stop it, turn on the camera, because we had to watch this together.
I love my waifu Sayaka Maizono. We've gone everywhere, to a zoo, in a limo, multiple times to the mall, movie theater, ocean, pool, restaurants, and all of the above. And I may be her most dedicated fan, as it's a deep rabbit hole, as alongside that, I also have an RC car so she can move around with me if I want. All my consoles are covered with her alongside all my game covers, which I replace. I follow over 200 Maizono accounts, which is currently half the people I follow on Twitter. I have over $500 in commissioned artwork, some of us together. I also have medieval chainmail with all the push-button pins that I've collected of her, which goes together with a sword and shield, which is entirely made out of her.
Just like a lot of my videos, if you think this is bad, it's about to get a whole lot worse. But hey, I mean, at least with that sword, he is protected. But speaking of being protected, I feel like we should all consider being protected on the internet, which is why I want to thank today's sponsor, Aura. Aura is like a massively buffed up VPN and malware protection service that also scans the web and the dark web for any potential data leaks. Data brokers are making a fortune selling your information to spammers and robocallers who want to learn more about you. Aura can identify data brokers who are selling your information and send them opt-out requests on your behalf. Data brokers are legally required to remove your information if you ask them to do so, but they make it incredibly hard. So it's nice to have someone like Aura to handle that for you. I wanted to be sponsored by Aura as soon as I saw they combined 6 great services into one single app for only $12 a month, which is cheaper than most VPNs. That in itself made it a no-brainer for me to switch. So if that sounds interesting to you, you can check out aura.com/Atozy to get 2 weeks free. I'll put the link in the top description down below, but without further ado, let's check out how much worse this anime house gets.
But most importantly, I've turned my house into a church for Maizono, and this is what the outside of my house
is. This for a tax write-off purposes.
In the front of my driveway, I also have multiple billboards outside also advertising it for people driving by. My house is a legitimate place of worship though, as when you walk in, you'll see a choir of Sayakas alongside an 18-foot tall mural. Then if you go upstairs, you can see the truly special part, which is the walls and rooms of Sayaka Maizono, as seen here, and have gone as far as putting pages on the ceiling. Then when you come upstairs, you'll see that the floor is completely covered with pages and extends all the way to this mini hallway. But the truly special part is this room right here, which is the most decorated part inside of the house. Nothing is covered and is the pinnacle of the Holy Land.
I have so many questions. Number 1, just the size of this guy's house. He's absolutely balling. Number 2, how long did this all take? Then my third question is, how does this only have 8,000 views? This is insane. Then I guess my fourth question is, how serious is he here? Or is this one massive elaborate troll to get attention on the internet? I mean, clearly it's working. You got my attention, sir. What is this? Is this all a massive write-off because you turned it into a religion? We gotta see more.
Generally, for the rest of the rooms upstairs, they're all very similar, including my room and the 2 separate bathrooms that I have upstairs. If you were wondering how I did this, they were all printed with my 10 photo printers, which are also Sayaka Maizono. Now, of course, being concerned about robbers is a problem, which is why I also have custom Maizono boomsticks, which include a revolver, a rifle, an army knife, blessed ammo, which I all keep for myself, but also have an entire Sayaka Maizono militia, which I call the Waifu Warriors, in order to guard my house, and also the giant monuments that I've built, which include a 25-foot tall cutout of her, 10 20-foot tall cutouts of her, 2 30-foot tall cutouts of her, and 1 cutout the size of half a tennis court.
What do you say to that? This is like if Michael Reeves, instead of getting obsessed with engineering and programming, got obsessed with printing massive anime characters. It can't be an easy task to print a 30-foot character like that. That's insane. How much time does he use? The next video from him I wanted to check out was, I like Saikana Maizono a bit too much. we now see that.
It first started out with me making a 12-foot tall cutout of my waifu, Sayaka Mizuno, from Danganronpa. And then I was like, oh,
Right.
that's not big enough, so let's just create a 41-foot tall picture of my waifu next. Spend a month building a base that was 30 feet tall out of wood to try to get her to stand up on her own. This is what happens when you unplug my phone.
Sayaka Mizuno is my wife.
This is what my phone and its apps look like. This is what my home screen looks like on my Mac. This is the back of my Mac. This is my Twitter, Reddit, Discord, and you'll get a kick out of this. This is my LinkedIn page. Yes, this is my actual LinkedIn page. If you go on to LinkedIn and search my profile, this will actually be
Legend.
there. Yes, I really did put that I'm a giant waifu builder and in real life Minecraft builder at the Mizuno Construction Company. My Amazon Echo, my old wall, my drone, printer, even my printer's name to the computer is Sayaka. On the way upstairs, the door to my room, and when you type my name into Google...
Huh. I mean, you have to admire the dedication here. I love how the top comment of that video is, bro, she's in the game for 30 minutes. Wait, I need to know more. Like, what is the whole bit of this? Okay, so he's not only obsessed with this one Sayaka character, he's also made every Hololive member into a life-size cutout. Godspeed, man. The top comment of this video is, this man is the reason ink is so expensive. Yes, this guy's creating an ink crisis just by creating all these characters.
Oh, hello everyone. So today I want to showcase one of my newest projects, which is that I've made every single member of Hololive into a cutout. All the cutouts are accurate to their real life height and did all the Holostars, or male branch of Hololive. This project was definitely intense in terms of effort, as each one of these cutouts was highly detailed. For example, Kobo's hair was especially complex and had to spend a lot of time cutting out each individual hair strand with a penknife. Then, of course, there's the giant Yago in back. I made him so big as I thought it would just be fitting him just towering behind, and as a homage to the giant head of him I brought to Anime Expo. Also, from this angle, it kind of looks like...
While he's like kind of like filming everything around it, it's almost like he's created his own version of like VR chat. Like, it's so obscure, but it's so sick at the same time. Like, also, what a beautiful entrance to his house. I mean, this is wild. I want to know how much all of this, like, number one, the paper, the ink, like how, and the hours to make all this. I'm baffled. Like, this has gotten my interest. So he made a video why I make my art.
On all my social media accounts, many people are confused with the giant paper art.
Oh, he made a massive dream as well. Let's go.
That being why, or why are you doing this? And therefore,
yes,
I'm going to explain why I make these massive cutouts alongside Anime Girl, Insane Asylums, and anything else I make. This video is going to be the most candid video I've ever made, as I talk about my philosophy on being yourself and clarify what I get out of it and my vision is in the future. But first I'll talk about the more obvious point, which is that I find what I make cool. Generally, the type of content I make is the type of content I would want to see if I wasn't myself. Like, the idea of giant anime cutouts existing is so cool to me. I personally like the field of craft I'm in, especially since it's so surreal, since, like, rather than looking at something like a drawing or a painting, or even playing a video game and seeing the world it portrays through a screen, with some of the things that I make, it's almost like you're instead in that world and someone grabbed you through the screen and pulled you in. And that part I really enjoy about what I make.
Legend. I feel like this guy needs his own museum. I went into this video first going, oh wow, look, it's a super obsessed guy with his anime waifu. But now I'm realizing this guy's making art in a very obscure and original way. In a very scaled up way. I feel like my new goal as a creator is not the diamond play button anymore. It's now just to get a massive creator cutout from this guy. While what he's doing is considered weird, especially him creating the anime waifu insane asylums, what he's doing is at least very creative and very original. Dude's definitely a legend. I'm happy the internet has surfaced people like him. Thank you guys for submitting this to me, because this is quite the treat to watch. I'll link his YouTube channel in the description down below if you want to check him out. But if you want to see the worst getaway driver ever who failed stealing a package and ended up getting stuck, you should definitely check out this video, because this is a trip as well. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.